when her baby is born. I think that's why this story resonated with so many people this week. In a moment, you're going to hear the story directly from Mercedes Wells herself. She showed up at a hospital in Indiana expecting to get some help to deliver her baby. But after several hours, she was escorted out of the hospital. Her family recorded as she was leaving.
Okay. You want me to push the car? No.
The family says 8 minutes after leaving the hospital, a baby girl was born. The hospital says they're now taking action. In a new statement from Franciscan Health Crown Point President and CEO Raymond Grady, he announced that first, the physician and nurse involved in Mercedes' care are no longer employed by the hospital. He also said cultural competency training has now been mandated for all labor and delivery staff, and all pregnant patients leaving the labor and delivery unit will be examined by a physician before they leave the hospital. Grady called the videos difficult to watch, and he wrote, "We must fix what failed in our hospital so that no one experiences what happened to Mercedes Wells." Mercedes Wells is with us now, along with her husband, Leon Wells, and their attorney, Cannon Lambert. Welcome to you all. Mercedes, let me start with your reaction to the announcement from the hospital that the doctor and nurse directly involved with your care are out.
First of all, it took a while, to get them to respond to us and to acknowledge what the facility had done to me.
And when they say that the doctor involved in your care is out, I read that you don't even know who this doctor is. You never met a doctor.
Exactly. Never seen her face. No doctor ever spoke or came into my room.
So let's start at the beginning here. It's about midnight. Your contractions start. Tell me the story as you arrive at the hospital.
As I get to the hospital, they come down about 10 minutes later. First of all, I called ahead. I called maybe 20 minutes ahead before we got there. And when we got there, I still had to go through the questioning of, who my doctor was and all the details. When they came and got me, I was already 15 minutes apart in my contractions. So I was already in active labor. She checked me. She told me that I was 3 centimeters dilated. My contractions began to get closer and closer as the day went on. She checked me again, and she said she felt the baby's head, but I was still 3 centimeters after 6 hours of labor.
If you are trying to check your health, stop going to the doctor's office. Stop driving 40 minutes and paying for expensive tests. There is a better way.
Then she told me I had to be relieved from the hospital.
And so when they told you you had to be released from the hospital, talk to me about the moment of conflict where you knew, because this is not your first child, this baby is coming. And they said, no, you have to leave. Talk to me about that conversation.
Yes, the nurse told me that I had to be discharged because I wasn't further along in my centimeters. And even though she could feel the baby head, I wasn't dilated more than 3 centimeters, but I know for a fact that had to be untrue because I couldn't feel her hand at that point when she checked me.
And Leon, you're there. You know that your wife is about to have this baby, and they say you've got to go. What's going through your mind?
When they said we had to go, I didn't want to be there. Like, I know we wasn't wanted. I was concerned about the safety of my wife and my child as they're saying that, even though I know my wife was in active labor. So I immediately, got myself together. I was very upset, but by God's grace, I was able to, keep a calm head and try to get my wife to the next location.
Well, the baby came before you got to that next location. Tell me about that, Leon.
That was a very stressful moment. I don't have any prior doctor experience. Um, I don't. I no training. We in my truck, and it was just a very scary moment. I mean, I literally we was driving down the road, and I saw my wife. My wife is, pulling her pants down. She's like, "Babe, I gotta push. I gotta push." And as she's pulling her pants down, I see my child's head, and I was kind of freaking out at the moment, but I kind of gathered myself. And when I gathered myself, I literally kind of, I don't know. I just thought I needed to help. Like, I literally kind of helped and put my fingers between my child's head, and I pulled as she pushed, and my baby came out. And
And so, Mercedes,
yeah,
how is the baby?
She's doing well now.
Okay, well, that's good to
Yeah.
hear. Cannon, let me bring you in here. You are their attorney. You and the Welleses have called for action and accountability. I said at the top of the show that the nurse and the doctor are out. Does that separation, because we don't know if they resigned or if they were fired, they didn't clarify there, does that satisfy that for you?
How much life insurance can I get without a medical exam? How does up to $150,000 sound? With no medical exam, just health and other information. Visit New York Life at nylaarp.com to learn more. Not an AARP member? It's easy to join.
What if you didn't have to answer your phone? What if when your customer texts you, they were texting your system? That's what House Call Pro does. Check this out. Get instant notifications for incoming calls and texts. Take notes during calls. Quickly create jobs or estimates from a call.
Check out House Call Pro.
So I think it's important that we speak with clarity. It would be a good thing that they let us know that they have been fired, terminated. It would be a good thing that they let us know that the individuals who inserted themselves as employees in this situation get terminated also. They have a culture problem. And what it is, the only thing they can do in terms of addressing that is to stamp out those people who participated in this, watched this happen, and did nothing. We're looking to meet with them, and we're glad that they finally reached out to us. We're looking forward to that meeting. We want to understand when they say they failed in various ways, we want them to tell us how they failed, because I want to mesh that with what we believe they failed to do and make sure that we're on the same page so that the policies can be changed so that this doesn't happen anymore.
The policies change. Should I expect, or do you expect, there will be a lawsuit filed?
I think they have control over that. If they do what's right, then I know this family will be happy to see that they've done what's right. This family decided early on that they wanted to try and be a voice for people, not just themselves. And that's their goal.
I want to read just the last line from the statement from the president of this hospital. He says, "We've reached out to the family, and it's my hope to meet in person with them very soon." I hear from Cannon that is something that can happen. What do you want to come from that meeting, Mercedes?
I want change to come. Overall, the United States to be impacted so strongly that there is truly a change, and we see the change very soon.
Yeah, and there needs to be a change broadly, and I'm not speaking specifically about this hospital or your case, but Black women have the highest rate of maternal mortality in the country. Latest numbers from the CDC, 50 per 100,000 live births, multiples of what we see for white mothers, Hispanic mothers. It's far worse in Indiana, 156 per 100,000 live births. That's according to the Indiana University and the State Health Department. In that context, Mercedes, how does the hospital's admitted failure inform the crisis we're seeing around the country?
Inform the crisis. They need to speak up. It's a huge disparity. Informing them that this is really a huge issue is step one, and now they have to seek action and make a change.
Mercedes, Leon, attorney Kenan Lambert, and your baby's name, are you saying that publicly yet?
Yes, Alina.
Alina, and to Alina this morning, thank you all for your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
I just got these power banks, you guys. It's a set of 3. They're super lightweight. They're by the brand Limitless. It comes in a 3-pack. Love the colors, okay? First of all, it has the USB-C cord already attached, and it also has 2 other ports at the base. I love that I can keep one in my car. I keep one in my bag, my gym bag, and or you could gift one away as well too. So make sure you check it out on QVC.